This is A to Z episode 103.
Today's guests are EJ Doyle and Thad King, hosts of Masters of Fitness podcast.
It's like
They're fun.
Welcome to A to Z podcast, where we sit down with the folks that make Southeast Texas a better place to live.
And if you're new to the show, thank you for checking us out. You can watch us on Facebook, on YouTube, everywhere that you can catch podcasts. Listen to us
everywhere.
live. You're commuting.
Spotify, iHeartRadio.
If you're at home quarantining, check us out. We have a huge back catalog of over 100 episodes that you can
also
check out.
Yeah, we're good for quarantine.
Yeah.
Prepping.
Send us to your friends. Send us to your moms.
You can
your
also
aunt,
text us at our phone number, 409-206-2971.
Yeah.
Or you can call us, leave us a voicemail. Nobody's going to answer, but we're
but we might air it.
We're going to air it. We're going to put it out.
We might put that thing on.
Cool things. We also have an email at feedback@a2cpodcast.com if you want to shoot us an email with more suggestions or anything like that. We're all about just trying to get y'all to talk to us, because that's been the one thing we've been trying to figure out the entire time we've done this thing.
Because we've been social distancing for a while, right?
Yeah. I mean, not here.
Not here.
Here.
Yeah.
Here, do this with me, Aaron.
Yeah, you guys are like social distancing from us. And
for
we
2
want,
years now.
And we want you guys to get close to us, but over the internet, not physically, because,
Anyway, today we're talking to EJ Doyle and Thad King of Masters of Fitness.
Yeah, man.
They are two local fit dudes who do a podcast and a live Facebook show talking about fitness. They're CrossFit guys, but
it was a good time. Well, I mean,
they're
it's
so
not,
cool. They're good dudes.
Thad works in CrossFit, and he coaches that. But also, I think, moreover, as you'll find when you listen to it, they're just about functional fitness. You know what I mean? They're not like 20-year-olds, so they're not like young upstarts who are trying to tell you how to get healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're grown men. They have a good time talking about fitness, and I think they're really diverse. They talk about all kinds of stuff. I had a really great time talking to them.
It was fun.
You know, they're just real dudes.
And we spent a lot of time talking about doing a podcast, talking about being on social media and like kind of working and trying to spread your information out into the world.
So don't worry. We didn't talk about just like how to perfect a squat for like 2 hours. It's really more about like it was kind of that one that was like they were talking about podcasting, we were talking about podcasting, and it was kind of all wrapped in a little fitness bow, you know. But it was a good time.
Yeah. So enjoy this episode with Thad King and EJ Doyle of Masters of Fitness.
And remember, wash your hands.
Wash your
hands. Wash them.
Man, I don't know.
whatever.
Let's just kick it, man. We'll hang. We'll just talk about like
Get to know each other publicly.
why.
There you go.
We can talk about why people even want to listen to us in the first place. You know what I mean? You know, and
Like,
the diversity of podcasts.
I guess kind of we do it in the intro, but it's like, we're here with Masters of Fitness. We got EJ Doyle. And
There you go.
We got Mr. Thad King, and y'all are very fit. Very, very fit. Making us look scrawny over here.
I actually texted Thad before I came over and was like, hey, I'm going to be 5 minutes late. I have to finish my lifts. And I read right over from Exogen.
What were you doing? What lifts were you doing?
Random bench press and like...
You just working arms today?
Yeah, I was literally in there for 20 minutes. And
Can y'all just like not work your arms enough? Like, what is it? Look at... Jeez.
And it's weird. I don't really work my arms at all.
I don't really work them.
Once you get them, you just maintain them.
Yeah.
Y'all just do compound lifts, probably, right? Not a lot of bicep.
Well, you get that from like a lot of pull-ups, bench press, and all that stuff. I consider biceps and triceps secondary type muscles, so they get worked.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't tell you when the last time I did a bicep curl.
Yeah.
Really, just like a dumbbell curl. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it's weird. It's like, especially in like high school and stuff, and I wasn't in any sports or anything, but everybody was like doing the, it's all about bench pressing
it's a
and
glamour
like curls.
lifts, man. Yeah.
And then once you get to a certain point, from what I understand, is like you don't really do that stuff.
it's all about function when you get to a certain age.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So we're big into CrossFit, I mean, I coach, and me and Ernest been working out together for, 5 or 6 years. And it's just everything put together, We do a lot of Olympic lifts and, all the pull-ups and push-ups and burpees
running
and
everything. You name it.
all that stuff. It just all blends together, and I don't know.
Which one, the CrossFit?
I'm at CrossFit Beaumont now.
At Beaumont? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. With like Erica and...
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So I just coach a class on Saturday mornings.
The class of death.
How early on Saturday?
8:30.
Oh, that's not that bad. I was thinking it's gonna be like one of those 5 o'clock.
You gonna come?
No.
No, not maybe not this Saturday. I'll be in Baton Rouge.
Yeah. No, I can't do CrossFit because I can't do overhead squats. I'll fall
Neither
forward.
can I.
I fall forward. Yeah.
I can't do them either. So I just sub it for something
I realized
else.
lately, man, my chest is so tight. I've been trying to stretch that out against walls and stuff like
Is
that.
the overhead squat, is that like that's a crucial movement in CrossFit?
It's probably one of the most. It's not crucial. It's just a complex.
That's how you
movement. It's
flex
one of the
on
most.
That's how
me.
you flex on people.
That's the photo you always see whenever people are whenever they talk about CrossFit is them squatted down. Just
To me, if you get overhead squat a heavy lift, like I saw a guy do like 385.
God.
That's really impressive to me.
That's athletic.
That's more impressive than just like loading up 500 pounds on like 1,000 pounds on your back with all these suits on and just going down. That's if you can put that much overhead, come down steady and go up. That's impressive.
Yeah, because you got to maintain.
Yeah, honestly, 125 to me is impressive. Because
I'm
telling you, man, if I just put the bar in my hand, I'm falling forward. I'm like, oh.
The average person doesn't. The average person will never do overhead squats. So you just go to the gym and work out.
Yeah,
it's just not natural. So no, you can look in any muscle and fitness magazine.
And I think it's against the rules at what is that?
Planet Fitness.
Because it probably takes a fair bit of grunting to do that.
Hey, calm down.
Calm down. Yeah. No, your overhead squats is it's a very challenging movement.
Yeah, but you got to have it just like you said, you fall forward. It tells on your mobility real quick. Like me, my hips are tight, my shoulders are tight, and I've tried for years, and it just my body won't let me get into position to do them.
How do you combat that stiffness, right? Because you guys are you're a little older than us.
Guess
but
stretching.
I mean, we're in our 30s. You know what I mean? And it's funny how quickly it comes up. I'm talking like 29. I was like, flexible 30 hit. I'm just like, I'm 32.
We're all 30.
So when you hit. So when people, I think with that, or somebody used to tell me, say, when you get 30, you're going to feel it. I say, 30 is not good. You get sore, but when you hit...
You're still young.
When you hit 35, that's when you fall off the cliff. And you're like, okay, you really have to focus on... For me, I do yoga almost every night.
Okay.
I do like 10, 15 minutes of yoga, just keeping my hips tight. And that's just to be average mobility.
That's just to keep it going.
And that's just from years of just doing the curls, doing the bench press, doing shoulder shrugs, shortening your muscles and keep everything so tight. Yeah. So it catches up to you.
That's that's why I kind of had like a fitness bug a couple of years ago, and I was at a squat rack and everything in my house. And,
he was looking pretty fit for a minute.
And I was very, I went from like 130 to like 150 in like 6 or 7 months.
You had that beaky looking core
and
too.
I was solid, man. I was doing that strong lifts kind of thing. You know? And
like 5x5s.
Yeah. But I had to stop because while I was building all that muscle and building it all up, I wasn't stretching. I wasn't, getting that. And it was starting to cause problems. So like my knees started
Everything
to hurt.
just get tight.
Everything, like I was starting to hurt myself and then I stopped. So it's like, that was like, it's so important.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And if you listen to any good coach or even Thad will tell you is the fact that before you do anything, squatting, no bar. Until you get the form, right. Just start everything from scratch and just get the form right. Because anybody could load up the bar and just do it wrong with bad.
You can get one good form. You can get one bad one out.
Yeah, anybody could get one bad one.
I'll tell you, man,
out.
just sitting against the wall squatting really helped. Really helped me out. Just sitting there in that
just
prayer,
sitting in that third world squat.
And in the prayer pose. I had to do it against the wall at first, just like to not fall back.
Yeah.
After that, you come up off the wall now and just sit down in the squat. It's pretty good.
Shoot.
Got to move on to the next thing now. I don't know what it is.
Wait till y'all get to be 50.
What's the number one thing people struggle with when they get older, like in their 60s and 70s, is getting up and getting down, squatting, bending over and picking things up. So all that comes into functional, like that's why they call CrossFit functional fitness. A lot of things we do translate to just basic movements in life, being able to pull yourself up, sit up, stand up, push up if you fall down.
Right.
So
you got these guys. It's like what was it? It was a video. It was a video of these bodybuilder guys. I guess they got in a bar fight or something, and the guy they couldn't handcuff him back here because he was so huge.
His last was so big.
And it's like I've never been interested in any kind of fitness like that.
That's the best thing about jiu-jitsu too. Like if you get an altercation with those guys, it's like all you got to do is come more of them just like, They're like, oh, my shoulders, like right here. They're just like, my shoulder's about to break. You know?
I give up. I give up. I'm done.
Yeah,
I can like shake my hand behind my back.
That's pretty good.
I almost feel like once you get once you get
that's
to
good.
50, like to be fit, you have to be a CrossFit coach. I just think that's what you have to do. I mean, unless you're like in the military or something like that. I'm
have to be a CrossFit coach.
I'm gonna have to start getting my life together, guys.
I might be like
no, it's something. You got to do something every day.
That tightness has crept up, getting in 30 and like some of the speed has gone down. But dude, when I turned 30, I activated like that level up, that grown man strength.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Early 20s,
man. I won't.
Early 20s and stuff. I could not gain any weight or any size.
Strength is the last thing to go.
I start looking at weights and I start like gaining weight.
It is really.
Yeah.
I want to get that 60-year-old old man strength. This guy shake that guy's hands like, man, I thought I was strong.
He's been shaking hands his whole life.
Yeah, it's that Master Roshi strength.
Yeah.
That is the last thing to go. Is strength. Like speed, you start getting off, but you can keep your strength all the way until for a long time, man.
So I'm guessing y'all been training. Y'all been doing this most of your life, right? Y'all play sports coming up?
To be honest with you, no.
Really?
I mean, I was active when I was younger. I played baseball and stuff like that when I was in school. But once I got out of school, I really didn't do much. I mean, I've always tinkered around. I had all kinds of hobbies. Disc golf and just about everything with the ball.
Active,
I was always active. But as far as like
training,
fitness training, no, I didn't start till I was 44 years old.
Dang, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
44?
It was 2010 when I started.
You started doing CrossFit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I mean it's kind of like they call it the cult, It's like, well, you get into it. I mean, you get into it and you get into it.
Well, what I try to
6 years
explain
later,
to people,
you're coaching.
Right? But what I try to explain to people is the cool thing about it is it's something different every day. You're not going in there. It's not a cookie cutter fitness.
Yeah,
you might never do the same workout for 3 months or ever again.
Yeah.
So the thing about it, there's so much involved with it that the learning never stops.
Yeah.
I don't care if you've done this stuff for 20 years, the learning doesn't stop.
Yeah.
There's always something to learn. So it keeps it real.
I feel like there's a mental benefit to that.
Right. And it keeps it interesting,
It's going to be hard to plateau like that too,
Yeah, but I mean, you can plateau like on your lifts.
Right.
But not necessarily in the workout.
Yeah, not in the workout. Yeah.
Right. You can always get better at them.
And that's one of the reasons why I got into CrossFit, because I got tired of just doing regular bodybuilding, tight working
curls,
out. So,
Olympic lifts, So
I've been working out since I was in 7th grade. That's the only thing I could do. Didn't play no sports in high school.
Didn't play any sports or anything?
Nothing. Played golf.
Yeah. You still play?
Yeah, I still play.
Y'all still golf?
play. I'm
golf?
still pretty good.
Okay.
Play golf.
You got to be the buffest golfer I've ever seen in my life.
It looks weird. Actually, I got a buddy. He has a podcast in Houston called The Poor Horseman. This guy's like,
I've heard of that, yeah.
This guy's 300 pounds, probably 15% body fat, and plays golf. Dude's huge.
How does he swing the club?
Send it, man. It's all wrists.
And he's pretty good. He has a golfing podcast too, but he's real. So I'm not the biggest golfer, but I still play. It's fun. But that's why I got into CrossFit, because it's just something different to do. I get like what I call into different spells. I like to do everything. Run, CrossFit, I bodybuild.
You're training for a marathon or something.
I got a marathon in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, got a marathon, got an Ironman.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, I'm just about challenging stuff to keep myself on edge.
Yeah, no, Josh does a lot of those, like, what is it? The
Tough Mudders and all that. Yeah, he's real big into Tough Mudders and Spartan races and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, those got really popular for a while, those obstacle races.
Yeah, they still are.
And they have a bunch of like little gimmicks and stuff like that.
Josh just told me that Tough Mudder is going broke. They bankrupt.
I mean, dude, how much does it cost to put that on,
Yeah, it costs a lot of money.
You have to find land, you got to dig the holes, you got to build all the equipment, like...
Spartan's doing pretty good.
I don't think Tough Mudder has the attraction that Spartan does.
No, Spartan is sold their marketing.
Get sponsors. You gotta. That's gotta be.
First off, they don't give medals. You can't. Tough Mudder. They give headbands.
Oh,
that's number one.
But they have those obstacles in there where you get electrocuted.
Yeah,
who wants to do that?
Oh yeah, they have like tasers on strings.
I've ran a couple of them.
Tasers?
They have tasers on strings.
They have these little strings hanging
it's
down.
It's like horse wire that you put around that keeps horses from...
That's what it is.
And don't you dive into like a pit of 20 feet of water and got to go through a tube underwater and all that stuff?
They have a deal where they have a board across there and you have to go underneath the water. But you don't go like through a tube. At least none of the ones I
saw
did.
one. I saw one where a guy actually went through a tube. Like,
so they're going bankrupt because they have to pay the lawyers.
People die. Yeah. No, but it just doesn't have the appeal like the Spartan races have. So
it just wasn't my thing. I did a couple of them, and I'm not going back. I don't. I can make it through all the obstacles just fine. I just don't get into getting electrocuted.
I hate being shocked. I can't stand it. I'm not
mad.
I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay somebody to shock me.
It's one thing. It's easy to get that aggravated.
Yeah.
I can see him cursing the people like that shit. Not gonna
just walk around and be like, "What are you doing?" Be like, "I'm walking around."
Yeah, walking around.
I'm going around.
They accuse me of being grumpy.
Yeah. But that's one of the biggest things on our podcast is we're not just about CrossFit. We're about find what you like to do and just do it consistently, and you'll be overall you'll be a healthy person.
Yeah.
You like jujitsu.
Yeah.
If you do jujitsu consistently, 30 minutes a day, couple of days a week, you'll be a naturally healthy person. So
yeah, it's the only thing keeping me from being like a straight up fat ass. You know what I mean?
Probably, yeah.
We make it a point on our show not to talk about CrossFit every show.
Yeah, because then he must be masters of CrossFit.
Yeah, masters of CrossFit. Right. That's not the point.
Y'all had on a lot of y'all had on like doctors and like nutritionists,
all kind of stuff.
We had a chiropractor.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting one. I've
got a doctor lined up to come on the show here pretty quick. Like,
yeah, it's
a real deal.
I mean, chiropractor, is it like, do they feel like they're second-rate physicians or something like that?
I think there's a lot of contention.
It's almost like dentists.
I think now chiropractors are getting more recognition because right now the healthcare system right now is set up to treat sickness. It's not set up to help you prevent yourself from being injured. Well, a chiropractor,
they wouldn't make any money.
Yeah, like a chiropractor could help you prevent yourself from being injured. I mean, of course, they're not doctors. There's certain things you need doctors for, like surgeries and broken bones. But if I'm healthy and I want to maintain my health, I could go to a chiropractor and she could keep me limber, or he could keep me limber, keep my muscles moving, deal with this little nagging pain I have in my back. To where a regular doctor is just going to give you pain medicine or muscle relaxers.
Like, touch your toes every day.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, but you're not curing
take this opioid, bro.
Yeah, you're not curing my
shit.
Yeah, you're not curing my pain. You're just making me an addict.
Take this.
That's all you're doing. Yeah.
Oh, your back hurts, huh? Here you go.
What was what was the so y'all had always kind of done this and stuff like that. It's like what got y'all wanting to do a show like?
Man, we talked about it for the longest time. We both started listening to podcasts a lot, and
that's where it starts.
Right. Yeah. We started listening to them.
Next thing you know,
we
have
could
a
do
building
that
somewhere, and
we get to talking in the gym. Yeah, and we're like, man,
and I think
we need to start a show, Ernest, and one thing led to another, and he calls me one day, hey, you ready to do a show? I'm like, sure. He said, can you get over here in about 30 minutes? I'm like,
it literally happened. Because me and Dad didn't talk about it. If we had joked around with it and talked about it at the gym just casually, and then maybe I think 3 weeks had went by, and that's when Josh had came to me at work and he said, hey, man, I'm thinking about doing a podcast. And in the back of my head, I was like, I want to do a podcast too.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, man, that's a great idea. He was like, man, you're the only friend that said that I should do it. And literally a week.
People telling him no? Like, don't do it?
Literally a week later, he brought all his equipment and had it up in his apartment. Then he called me Thursday and said, hey, you want to do a show Sunday? I was like, cool. I say, well, hold on. So that's when I called Thad and said, hey, Thad, why don't you come over here? We do a Masters of Fitness show.
Yeah.
Real quick. So our first episode was in Josh's apartment.
Yeah, at his kitchen table.
Yeah.
So it was just random.
Yeah.
Real random.
They all
we just ran
tables.
with it.
Hey, man. Kitchen table is a good place to do a
y'all
podcast.
are on a kitchen table. This is
the table we started on.
I want to thank www.fiverr.com.
Yeah.
We need to hit up that Fiverr, man. We need some graphics and stuff because
they hooked us
up. It's pretty cool, man. When you're messing with them, you kind of feel guilty because you've got some local graphic designers and stuff that are good.
Well, all those guys are on Fiverr.
I can't. No, I can't for the life of me get a local graphic artist or anybody to do anything. It seems, and I'll be like, I got my Venmo up. Like, how much do you want? and I can't get them to do
Fiverr
shit.
literally get
why.
your stuff done for $30 in 2 days with unlimited. I'm talking about
like
unlimited revisions. Unlimited revisions.
Yeah.
Exactly how you want.
Some of them are different, right? They'll have their own.
Right. Yeah, if you pay for the, I think normally if you do like we did our graphic design, it was like $15, $20, and $30. Mm-hmm. So I just did the one for $30. We got 3 designs and unlimited revisions.
That's crazy.
But there's different ways to go about it. You know, you can go ask somebody to do it, or you can advertise that you have a
this is what I'm looking
have
for.
a gig.
Yeah.
No, there are some sorry folks out there.
People start begging you.
We had some trash designs.
Really?
Yeah. I do. So you really have to rely heavily on reviews. Their reviews.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, it's so great. It's like it's having Fiverr and having that access to, especially on the cheap. It's like it can take you from like we're just dudes talking in the kitchen, and it makes the image.
It makes you seem legit. Yeah,
it makes the image just look so much.
Perception is reality.
So that was my thing. I was like, hey, we're gonna get an introduction song. Mm-hmm. We're gonna get a graphic design, and people are gonna think it's legit, and we're gonna say we're on Apple iTunes. As soon as you say that, it's like, oh shit, y'all on Apple iTunes? Y'all not just some. I mean, not knowing like,
but it's still hard. Even once you get on everything,
man,
it's
still.
It's like where can I find you? Everywhere.
Yeah. Just go to your search bar and type it in. And you'll find me on every device.
What do you have on your phone? They'll be like Podbean. Be like, cool, it's on there.
It's on Podbean.
Yeah, it's on there. Yeah.
At one point, I was just going to family members and searching myself and adding it, and giving myself 5-star reviews. That's
been the biggest struggle that I think that we've had. One of the biggest struggles that we've had with this whole podcasting thing is like getting people to actually like subscribe
and listen.
No, the real hard thing is that I find is that this medium in general is digested a certain way, right? So when people listen to podcasts, they do it by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they go to wherever they go to, like, you know, Apple iTunes, and they go listen to it, and they finish and go, oh, that was a great episode, and then like it's done. The hardest part is to like figure out how to get people to like listen to the episode and then like go talk about it on social media, right? Because they wait until they see you, like it's your friends or your coworkers, and they've obviously like they've listened, and then you're like, and they come up to you like, man, I love that episode with the chiropractor. They're like, that was dope. It was like, oh, cool. I didn't think anybody was listening. I'm glad you're telling me real life, but you know, like tell me online, bro. You know what I mean? Like
no, and you're right though.
Let me know. And that's the hardest way.
Take
is like
that gratification and you know put it on social media and share it with your friend. Yeah, can you post that on?
It's not that hard.
Yeah,
because like, the podcast it lives. It lives in these places. The podcast lives over in this place, right? But people talk about it over in this place.
Exactly.
It's like how you bridge that gap. That's the most difficult thing I've found.
Maybe that's a website that's
who knows, man.
A social media platform that shares.
There's no website or app that will fix people being lazy.
No. And we don't. And like a big thing too.
You got a point there.
It's so easy to get to it too. That's what I tell people.
Well, it's the how if they'll tell you in person, like how like it's almost like people are scared of sharing things because, like you said, it's like listening to a podcast is a solo thing, but it's like it's hard to. Like, people don't want to admit that they listen to something.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm always telling people about a podcast that I listen to.
No, I talk. But then again, it's even when you do tell people, sometimes people are so within to the things that they want that they don't.
They're not venturing out.
They're not venturing out outside of their realm to listen to podcasts, you know? So
it's like, I mean, I don't know. One of the other things we're trying to figure out, and y'all might have some input on it, is like being local, you know? Like not maybe not focusing locally, but just like getting the word out around here, you know.
Yeah.
That's one of the big reasons we have y'all on the show, and y'all are on Tyler's show, and it's like we're all doing this thing here in Beaumont, and it's like
and Beaumont is a good community, and I think it's a growing community, well, especially with a lot of younger folks, a lot of millennials, a lot of people using this form of internet to connect, and we could do more. I think we could do more in the community, you know what I'm saying, with different events that you could go to. So. Yeah. Like you literally go in Houston and it's an event that's happening.
Oh yeah, all the time.
All the time. I went to a live podcast show. It was like a podcast network. They did like this girl. She's a film critic, has a film podcast. So she hosted like a gumbo kind of documentary cook-off thing. And then there was another group.
A gumbo cook-off.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
All right.
Then another
it was a pretty neat deal. He sent me the.
Then another group hosted the question and the Q&A, the question and answer thing, and then another guy who's the same guy who does the golfing podcast. He kind of did his own little thing, and they saw. I think they had like they sold the venue out. There's like 100 people in there, and they sold the things for like $50 tickets. But they have that community in Houston where people went. They made it like an event. Like, okay, all these podcasts, we're gonna get together, and everybody's gonna do their own thing within what they do. Hey, you talk about your film. You a podcast that talk about relationships. You're gonna do the Q&A part. You're gonna talk about your part.
Sounds kind of familiar.
And they like something sounds like something.
And they got together and they made money off of it. Even if they made $300 off the whole event.
Yeah, as long as it covers itself.
Yeah. And everybody left there with being subscribed to the podcast, buying some type of DVD and getting some content and just getting out there. So
well, the coolest thing about doing stuff like that, which is I hope we get the opportunity to do some stuff like that too, is because going back to what we were saying is like the podcast experience is so singular. You know what I mean? It is like you listen to it with headphones on. You know what I mean? Like you're in the world. And you don't know anybody else that really listens, you know, so there's no sense of community within your listenership. So really doing those every now and then is like, it'd be great. Yeah. Like it's great to see people get together and talk
just
about.
Just talk about
and just talk about like, you know, an episode or something.
And that's the thing, people like to talk.
They do. That's why people like listening to podcasts.
We were all at that Lamar meetup, you know, and that was a really cool thing. And that was mostly just podcasters, but it was like, you know.
It's different. It's a way to get out, network, and meet people. So
Yeah. So let's take a little break. We'll regroup, and then we'll come back and talk some more.
Cool.
All right.
Hey, this is Julia with Wake Up Beaumont Podcast. You are listening to the A to Z Podcast. A to Z Podcast Studios are funded in part by patrons on Patreon. If you would like to become a patron, visit patreon.com/A2ZBMT.
All right, guys. Well, you know what that sound means. It's in the middle of the episode, and it is time.
Time for what, Aaron?
It is time for us to give some of the love back to the sponsors.
9% alcohol.
To the sponsors that give us love, right?
Beaumont Events, man. There's no events happening, but you know what? They're still selling some merch. So if you go to BeaumontEvents.com or DiscoverBeaumont.com, rather, and if you go to their shop, you can order things. You can go on their Instagram, check that out at shopbmt.tx.
Yeah.
They're doing door drop-offs now. So if you go
that's
there,
what the van's doing. The van's not at places because you know there's no gatherings.
Yeah, dude, seriously, everything's under $20. You can get a shirt and a hat and something else.
And they'll drop that off?
And they'll drop it off on your doorstep.
Are you serious?
Serious, yeah.
Wait, so what if I just order like a laptop sticker?
Yeah.
They'll drop it off.
I'm pretty sure.
They're bored.
They might throw it in your mailbox.
You know what? They work for the city. Put your city to work for you.
Yeah.
Get some stickers.
Rep your city. Be proud of the people that are trying to keep things going there. We don't have any events going on, but you know, like
let's keep it alive, guys. Let's keep it alive.
Still selling some stickers. So that's what we're gonna send it to. Also, shout out to all the local restaurants.
Yeah, man.
That are kicking ass right now. Like, there's a lot of people that are in our line of work.
Everyone like.
But even you know, there's bartenders that are friends of ours that are out of work. But there's also all these restaurants that are keeping it kicking with the to-go.
The MVPs are. You know, what I mean, really.
Frankie,
really
shout out to Frankie at Madison. Shout out to Randy and everybody at Avenue.
Yeah.
Really everybody. Like everybody that's in our friend group or in our scene, they're kicking ass. So like, in this point in time, like all you really can do is just try to support and help out. And
tip well. You know? I mean, money's getting low for everybody, but let's get away from that depressive stuff and let's kick it back to you guys at Masters of Fitness. Yeah, let's do that.
Kind of reminds me of like when people were handing out mixtapes. I made them on my podcast.
It is. It's kind of just,
They say, man, that's pretty good. I was like, yes, I've been trying to tell you about this for the past 6 months.
I've never thought about that before, but yeah, it's like, it almost is like handing out a mixtape. But you gotta be like that guy that hangs out in the gas station parking lot.
That's fire, bro.
We can't just be in our room.
You have Apple phones, so just go to the event and just start airdropping everybody.
You can airdrop the.
You can straight airdrop from
just
Apple,
the link.
You can just straight airdrop the link, and
I'm gonna start doing that shit. I'm gonna start doing that.
Just randomly.
If they open it, yeah.
What y'all want to get into on the second? Keep it rolling.
Yeah, we just keep rolling. We just talk.
Yeah, we just
make some fitness in and talk about podcast success and.
Maybe we can talk about like
I got one too. Yeah.
I remember it was a funny story. I was trying to get this one restaurant that were named Nameless to come on the show. I kept Messenger. like, not taking it serious, but then we had somebody else come on. And she saw we had like all these views, and then all of a sudden I got a message later on that night. Hey, y'all, it's pretty cool show y'all doing. Can y'all say nah? I didn't say nah, it's too late, but she was like, no, we legit. Like, we're not out here just
it's like we haven't had too many trouble with people being like, nah, we don't want to be on because we don't know who y'all are or anything like that. It's
everybody that I usually get just about everybody, I'll book all of our guests, and every single person that I have asked was like, oh, heck yeah, I'll do it.
People usually seem pretty excited about it, yeah.
Then they get there and they're all nervous and everything. We send them a little outline of what the show is going to be about,
what to expect.
Yeah, like pretty much a damn near a script.
Yeah,
but we never stick to the whole thing.
No,
but it's just more or less so they can feel comfortable about
what
they're going on.
They're just like that's what we do. Our guests will just come on. And they show up. There's a dog here. It's just weird and.
Yeah, but I think majority, like when my buddy came on, who's a high school basketball coach, he played basketball overseas. He was nervous. He's like, man, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. He kept trying to get somebody else to come on. But he got there and just started talking about basketball and kids and stuff he was passionate about.
Yeah.
It was literally an hour and 30 minutes worth of content.
And then they'll apologize to you for talking to us.
He's like, man, when can I come back on? When can I come back on? So
but obviously he's like an effective communicator. Like, you know what I mean? He's a coach, right?
He's a coach, so
he
it was natural.
He was like, he's good at communicating.
It's great, man. That's been the coolest thing whenever we have people on, especially people who are nervous or people who don't usually do things where they're speaking their opinion. And,
there's nothing interesting about me.
And it's and then once you do it, it's like they're so jazzed on the whole thing, and it's so great. It's so much. It's a lot of fun. You know? I guess that's the big thing.
I'm glad we got into it. Like I said, even if I never make any money off of it, it's still something I like to do.
It's rewarding.
Yeah. It's rewarding. Yeah, it's not so expensive where I'm just going to go in the dumps over it.
Break the bank or anything. It's mostly just time. Once you get the gear.
Once you pay for your equipment, it's just time. Time.
And so y'all hit like a really good lick right off the bat. I mean, I would be scrolling and y'all be up on Sunday and y'all have like 50, 100 people watching, and it's like, and then the numbers were just ridiculous on it. It's like
and that's one of the and we wasn't, and I talked Josh into going live because that was one thing we wasn't going. We were just going to record a podcast. I was like, man, so why would people listen to us? So say they don't know who we are. Like, let's at least put ourselves out there and show them what we're talking about, the raw and uncut, and people like to listen to it. So then it it was like, well, how can we drive people to the podcast to watch it? And the best way to do that is just looking at us visually talk. So it works.
Yeah.
So.
We've had a lot of luck with it.
How many shows y'all got so far?
Oh, shoot. What
13?
13
shows.
Okay, y'all been rolling for a while, huh?
Yeah, we've been rolling for a while.
Well, y'all been on a bit of break since the
hurricane.
Is it a hurricane?
No, it was a tropical depression. It wasn't even a storm.
Imelda stopped us in our tracks.
Yeah, so the flood got
flooded
us.
Out. Yeah,
the flood got us, and then got all that straight. And somebody stole some equipment out the place that we was remodeling. So
that's my worst nightmare.
And so we just kind of, piecemealing different parts together. So, but I call it thieves. They the silliest thieves I ever known. They took stuff like the arms and stuff.
They took the boom arms?
The boom arms. But the thing they left was our roadcaster.
They didn't
take the most expensive
piece of
equipment.
They didn't take the heavy metal thing. Like they took these.
They took the arm.
They took the arm and like the microphone.
Man, that looks expensive.
And the cheap. And they took like the $20 webcams we had, but left the roadcaster there. The most expensive thing. I was like, okay, we got the roadcaster. We good.
Yeah.
They left the roadcaster. They left the monitor. I said, we good to go.
God, they're so dumb. What?
Yeah.
It was crazy whenever they told me what they took.
Because I text
because you hear something stolen. It's like, oh, it's all gone. Like this is all.
That's what I'm thinking.
Crap. I text Dad. I was like, Dad, man, do you have the headphones? He was like, nah, I got mine. I say, how many webcams did we take? He was like, no, I just got one. I say, shit, I don't have none either.
Yeah.
So, but
I still got the roadcaster.
$29 webcams and left the $700 roadcaster.
Right.
So, I'm glad thieves are dumb.
Me too. Yeah, they don't know.
There were some TVs in there too, and they left those.
Yeah.
And the computer. They didn't mess with the computer.
So y'all are just, I think it's like you sitting back up and
Yeah, so we got built.
I think it was a rival podcast. Really, that's what I think it is. Who's stealing TVs? I don't know.
But was it Troutman? Troutman just did get some new arms.
Like, I'm gonna take all these mics.
Troutman did have some new Rodecaster Pro arms.
I'm gonna have to check the trunk of Tyler's car.
Yeah.
So we back. I had a spare office in my house that we set up. It actually worked out pretty good. It's about the size of this room.
Yeah.
We got it all set up and everything like that. I had to ban my kids and my dog from everybody going into the room. So
no more hanging out in the office anymore. It's workspace. No.
So I built them their own office, like closet space in their room, and my daughter got home stuff, so nobody has to go in my office room.
That's the best thing is being able to leave it all set up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was the biggest thing. Because we was gonna do it in the garage. Well, I have my home gym. I was like, nah.
The garage probably doesn't sound very good.
That would have been kind of cool. Echoey. Like you have the gym equipment in the background. Like you could turn the camera and show something like movement.
So that's one thing we thought about is like, you know how y'all I used to listen to Barbell Shrugged, and what they would do is during their commercial breaks, they would do like demos in regards to like different squat movements. And that's when they would sell some of their stuff. Like, hey, check out our weightlifting program. This is how you squat. Right. Never record that audio. Then it'd be like maybe 5 to 10 minutes. It wasn't like something super duper long.
Yeah.
But it was in a gym. They had a room they would record. They'll go to their gym, record the mobility or whatever, then go right back to the show.
Yeah.
So
here's an idea for you guys. You can have it totally for free. You could do that same thing. Have like a subscription type thing with movements, weekly, daily movements. Just offer for your Patreons. Just have.
That's what we hadn't got. We had. You have a Patreon?
Yeah.
Get a patron.
We haven't set up a Patreon account.
It pays a bill.
And that way, way you just like you give your patrons like the movements and stuff like that. You do the demos.
Yeah, give them something extra.
Yeah, that's one of the things. This podcasting thing is almost like an extension of the whole. They call it like the SEO optimized blogs and stuff. And it's like all they do is they just write articles every day, and then they'll like put them all together for an ebook, and then you can get my ebook if you give me your email, and then it's all that stuff. Like that kind of plays into this whole podcasting game, but it's like
it's all content.
That's part of that, like making it a job thing,
Yeah.
It's just like it's putting it all together is such a pain.
Yeah,
you gotta have the time.
The time.
You gotta
all these ideas sound good, but when the money ain't pouring in like that, you be like, man, I gotta go really work and make some money. Yeah.
It's like becomes a real like paper pushing job. It's just like
yeah. So when y'all get back to it, y'all got any big plans? Like anything different, like different type of content y'all are planning on working on?
No, we're gonna push more towards start doing a lot more with our YouTube and a social media page. Okay. So I think that's kind of one of the biggest. We was heavy on Facebook, but we didn't utilize Twitter. We didn't utilize Instagram or YouTube.
Yeah.
Outside of just putting an hour-long video out there.
Yeah.
Kind of one idea I was thinking about is like people like to digest things in clips, like put the most important clips.
Facebook's really like
5 minutes.
People's attention span on Facebook,
very, very thin. Yeah,
because it's what the app's designed for. Is designed to scroll,
and
just like keep it going.
Stats, so one of their
putting
stats
an hour-long thing on there is like
3 second views.
3 seconds views.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I think you get I think they count playthroughs are like 5 minutes. Right. So you think, and that's a good thing. If you get somebody to sit down.
That's what I love about YouTube is because people go to YouTube to digest stuff 20 minutes at a time,
Not on Facebook. Yeah, you go to YouTube to search for content, to sit there and watch it in lieu of watching TV a lot of times.
For sure.
So hopefully we'll use getting to doing more of that side of the game. More.
And then every single one of those platforms, they all have like their strengths and weaknesses that you can play to. Like Instagram, right? It's very pure. It's all about the image and short information. You know what I mean? So you could figure out a way to make content for that too.
Get one of those keyboard macros where like you hit that button and it marks the clip. Like if y'all maybe there's a way to do it. I think the Rodecaster has it. Where like you can just hit a button and it's like, okay, that was a good conversation. I'm going to want to click that.
I see what you're saying.
I think there is a button on there to do that.
Yeah.
Instead of having to go through and like listen to the whole point.
Like my workflow is just like silly.
So I did that with so I didn't mark anything and I was trying to find clips for Instagram and I was just using my Instagram, I think a video app that I had on my phone. It took me an hour to make a 3-minute video. No, it's maybe like a 3-minute video, just kind of cutting it, putting this scene there, putting it there. So I can only imagine doing something an hour long.
You can get it down to a science. I mean, once you if it's you have to have a computer to do it properly.
Oh yeah.
Like I know a lot of people that do a lot of stuff on their phone, but I just don't understand how they do it because it's just like so time consuming to do this.
It's not effective. It's not as effective on your phone. Yeah,
but once you get you get like a format of like this is how we're gonna present things, then you just drop the clips in that box.
Yeah, YouTube has a pretty
they
decent
have an editor.
They had a decent. YouTube has a decent editor too.
Yeah,
on
they
their
do.
phone.
Yeah,
they started getting into that.
They got it now where if like you get demonetized, you can even go in and like pixelate stuff and do all that like retroactive editing. You know, if somebody's not happy with like a little clip, you can go and just edit it out
and cut it.
Oh yeah, cut it. Yeah, you can cut your videos.
Facebook has really progressed their editing tools that they have on there. So
that's a big thing. The one thing I love about Facebook and Instagram is that they now have it's like creator studio. So you can go and like schedule things, and that's been amazing. Like, that's made my life so much easier. But we do a different thing than y'all though. Y'all are sticking to the live thing for the main show, but y'all gonna start putting out other pieces of content.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to really to get to where we kind of want to get.
Yeah, because like you said, you can't expect somebody to watch a live feed. Like watch it. I'd be crazy to think that people are watching 2 hours, an hour worth of content outside of the diehard enthusiasts, outside of a chiropractor, listening to another chiropractor talk about chiropractor stuff.
They'll drop in on it for a little while it's live, and then hopefully they'll just go catch it on audio and like listen to it later, while they're doing something else. Yeah.
But I think too that that the being able to get out there and get some guests on the show that aren't just local people.
Start branching out.
Right.
Yeah.
Try to get some people.
Do the Skype interviews and stuff like that.
I
mean, you can get such huge guests fairly easily from what I've seen, just from reaching out to them.
We just got to figure out that whole Skype thing.
Yeah. I just don't want to do it. We've been adamant about not doing it for so long. Yeah.
What do y'all have against it?
It's just they're not in the same room with you.
It's
not
it's a
different conversation.
Our thing has just been the conference. It's about the hang,
And that's the thing. Like you have the phone feature with the Rodecaster, and it's like it just doesn't feel the same. Like if I'll be able to look you in the eyes to see how I need to dictate the conversation, where it needs to go.
It's just
I need to understand if you even feeling what we're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, so
it feels stale, man. I've some of those older Rogan episodes where he Skyped a lot. The information was there. It was great. Like I like the guests, but
and then there's like, wait, what did you say? No, you go ahead.
It felt stale.
Like the delays make you.
I think it's a good feature for Sev. Like if y'all did a show and like you was out of town, you need to call in and host because y'all know each other. You know what I'm saying? More or less than it is for.
That would be kind of funny.
That'd be kind of hilarious.
When I was on the road,
I just chime in every now and then. You heard.
And live shows. Hopefully we could do some live shows. Just go random places and talk to people. So
that's another. That's one thing we've talked about is getting out, doing some on-site things.
Well, in your guys like category or in your field, you could go to
we go to any go just set up at any CrossFit competition at
get a booth,
set a booth,
a 5K run somewhere, or just a doctor's office. Even like, hey, let us come sit in your doctor's office and just talk about do a random show.
You could get like a Masters of Fitness, one of those flag cards that they put on the reporters have on the mic. Dad's out there like, hey, tell us how
was that workout? That would be pretty cool.
How'd that make you feel?
How'd that make you feel? Yeah.
So you won the turkey trot. What are you going to do next?
What are you going to do next? I'm going to go eat.
So where are you going from here?
Yeah. Do y'all feel like because y'all? I mean, I guess our category is kind of overdone too. But it's like, do you feel like it's got to be hard to break into like the fitness media world? I guess, right? Like, but there's so much out there, but there's so many people consuming it too.
Right, and it's fitness is such a big thing, and it doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. Because everybody's really a lot more aware of their health and stuff these days. But
it's all about staying progressive and providing that right and good information. Like when somebody listens to the show and they say, "Oh man, that was really good advice. I didn't know that about how you could work out plantar fasciitis or eating right or stuff like that."
You can work out plantar fasciitis?
Yeah, like with your
thought that just doesn't go away.
No, it goes. You can work.
My aunt's a marathon runner. She has plantar fasciitis. Really? Yeah. So I just saw
what is plantar fasciitis?
It's like nerve damage in your feet.
Yeah, it's kind of like where you have
you get scar tissue built up in the arch of your foot.
Oh.
And it doesn't. It doesn't flex anymore.
So
it feels like you're running on sycamore balls.
Yeah, it can get painful at times, and if the pain progresses and you heal, that's what the pain is like. So if you like put your heel down on the ground, it's like somebody's like you stepping on marbles. That's what I equate it to. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. It's gonna happen to me. I have high arch. I have high arches. I used to do long distance running.
I have flat feet. My feet are like flat as
mine are like
elephant.
Boom.
And it's just and I have.
But one bad thing that causes it, and people don't even realize, is the shoes that we wear these days.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Our bodies aren't meant to be up on a heel.
Yeah.
You know,
dude,
I mean,
I want some of those Altas. Good though.
Right. I want some of those zero drop Altas. When I get me an extra, like a spare $120, I'm getting some of those zero drop
hiking backpack.
They look they look like duck feet, man, because they have that wide toe box.
Right, those Altas.
They look.
Give me some.
They like those are my trail shoes, and I look absolutely ridiculous in those shoes.
They make New
but I also have a big
cool.
floppy hat, and I got like
But the minimalist shoes is the best way to go.
Yeah, I need to get those zero drops, man.
Yeah, and that's what you don't think about. Like, just a good walking shoe helps out a lot.
It's crazy, man. It's like especially with CrossFit's kind of like, I mean, it's been around for a while now, but it's like, it kind of started this whole big thing. And it's like, for the longest time in the early 2000s, fattest country in the world. Obesity rates are scoring. And a couple of years ago, we broke even. It stopped going, like it kept going up. And that was a news story because it stopped. And that 1 year, like obesity rate held. And I think it's actually starting to creep back down because it's like Joe Rogan's the biggest talk show in the world, and half of what he talks about is being fit and doing jiu-jitsu.
And it's good to see like the health industry challenging a lot of these food chain restaurants. So they even trying to gimmick us.
Oh yeah,
and to make us believe like Burger King has this vegan burger, Impossible burger.
Yeah,
shit's worse than a regular burger.
It tastes like shit.
Yeah,
so
it tastes like
the guy that the CEO of CrossFit, the guy who invented it, Greg Glassman, he's on a mission right now to
attack Coca-Cola.
Right, he's been on that.
Damn.
He's wanting the beverage companies bad, and he's done a lot of stuff.
I mean, it's a huge amount of calories that people take in from soda. Right?
Their main focus these days, everybody thinks of CrossFit. They see the CrossFit Games on TV and stuff like that, and these superhuman people doing these workouts, and they're not normal people.
Yeah, it's like the top.
But a lot of them are just office workers too at the same time.
Yeah, but his main focus is that's not what makes him money. And that's not what he's wanting to do. He's wanting to get people off the couch and into a gym or somewhere to get them start moving, to get they're really, really big on fighting
blood pressure and stuff.
Blood pressure and your insulin resistance,
diabetes. Yeah.
So I mean the diabetic thing is probably one of the things that's talked about the most.
Yeah,
because most of it's preventable.
That's a weird one. Yeah. Unless you have type 1 diabetes, like you pretty much don't have to have diabetes.
No, like anything.
Exactly.
Type 2 diabetes is, and it sounds harsh sometimes, but it's your own fault.
Yeah.
Like
it's the truth.
You could stop taking all these medications that you take. You can stop taking them if you just work out. I remember somebody told me,
and some people don't even. Some people just change up their diet a little bit.
Yeah, change their diet up.
And a lot of times people won't even know why it is, and it could just be genetics. You know what I mean? Like your genetics, you might not be able to eat that much carbs.
You're more predisposed to certain types of heart diseases.
Whenever people are talking about like the insulin costing so much, like if you have the preventable diabetes, then like we shouldn't feel bad for them paying too much for insulin, I guess, right?
I don't feel bad for them regardless, but they can do something. everybody can do something.
Yeah, you can. And that's one thing, and that's another thing we talk about on our show as well. We don't get into the whole aesthetics of working out to look good. No, you work out to be healthy.
Yeah,
everything
healthy
else,
people look good.
Aesthetics is
that's a
byproduct. Aesthetics is a byproduct. But if
some people you can't help,
if you're mentally in a good space and you're healthy and you can provide for your family, live a longer, healthier life, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like when somebody gets older, like my mom came to my house and was working out, I'm not gonna worry my mom about how much she could back squat or how much she could, you know what I mean?
Pick that weight up, mom.
But for her,
get it up.
But for her at 70 years old, it's all about functional movement.
Like, damn, if she's lifting weights at all,
if she was to fall down, can she push herself up off the ground? And when she's sitting down, can she get up?
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah, I can't get up. So. But no, that's what it's all about, man. It's like a lot of things we do now are preventable, but doctors don't teach people how to prevent sickness. They just medicate you.
And it's also, it's like, I think CrossFit probably didn't help it because people, the whole perception of like you have to be this amazing athlete or whatever.
And it's it's rough. Yeah, and it's scary for some people.
I think it's getting to the point to where people, like because of Joe Rogan, because of all these different things, people are knowing more information about it. And it's also, I think, the idea that it doesn't, you don't have to kill yourself to get fit, or you don't have to, you can just go
30 minutes to do something. 30 minutes. 30 minutes, 3 days a week, and you'll be a healthier person.
I think that idea is more pervasive.
I find people who just get really defeated because they will look at someone's end results, and then they'll just think
they don't see the journey.
I'm never gonna get there, so why even try? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like
you have to.
If you just start doing a little bit here and there, like you get the ball moving. You know what I mean? Life's all about momentum. It's not about velocity.
Creating healthy habits. If you got to start with doing 5 squats a day, do 5 squats. Next week, do 10 squats. Next week, do 20. Just keep that on. Next thing you know, you're doing 200 squats a day.
And that's about everything, too. It's not just about fitness. It's about, your brain health, too. It's like, you don't have to read a book every day, right?
Yeah. No,
But you can't never read a book. You know what I mean?
That's how I trick my kids into reading books. They see me working out all the time. Say, hey, if you want to work out your brain, you got to read your books.
Yeah.
I got to have a strong brain, Dad.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, but it's the truth, though.
Like,
right?
1% every day. In 30 days, you're 30% better.
Yeah. So
I don't think it works out math-wise. But
we get the point. Yeah, we get you. We get you.
We haven't been working our brains out, a lot lately, Yeah. We've been drinking the water, though. We're hydrating.
Yeah. I think everybody's hydrating nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
It's 2020. You guys got any new resolutions? What are y'all's fitness goals in 2020?
Is the gym packed right now?
Oh, man. It's like, I'll tell you, my class that I coach on Saturday mornings is, it's a fairly popular class. We'll have anywhere from 20 to 30 people in there on a regular basis.
Yeah.
This past Saturday, I didn't get a good head count because there were so many people there.
Dang.
But I guarantee you there was at least 45 people in that place.
New year, new me. That's what they're all saying.
It was a little bit of a challenge to manage that class, because I'm the only coach in there, and it was a challenge.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of good members in there that are able to kind of show people, help them out which weights to pick out and stuff like that, but. Yeah.
Sometimes with New Year's resolutions comes unrealistic expectations.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to lose 30 pounds in 3 months.
Yeah.
You're not.
And then you're going to fail and you're not going to do anything.
Right. I mean, you're in a way.
You're not going to lose 5 pounds. You're going to be aggravated and you're going to get back.
Yeah.
Almost had that.
I hate to say it, but a lot of people set themselves up for failure.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, so that whole thing about making the goals is like if you put too high a goal, if you fail making this almost impossible goal, you're just not going to get anything done. Whereas if you make smaller goals,
baby steps,
instead of like that huge goal, make 5 little goals.
Eat the elephant one bite at a time.
Yeah,
1 bite at a time. Yeah,
1 bite at a time.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, some of the New Year's resolutions I've heard people say, the ones I like the most are the ones that sound so little, but they're actually really big. And a lot of them don't have anything to do with fitness. They'll have to do a little bit with like health, and they'll have a little bit to do with like just quality of life. Like I heard somebody say, my resolution is just call my mom more. You know what I mean? Like that's the good stuff,
Yeah, that can lead to so many different things, building those relationships
absolutely.
with people.
And that's important too, and people overlook those because they're not
happier.
They don't think about it as being like changing.
It's a whole nother 3-hour show.
If your mental health is on par and you get that worked up, maybe you actually will start working
out. Mental health plays a huge
or go to the grocery
part
more. Go to the grocery store more.
Yeah.
Make your food more.
That's why I like going to the grocery store. A lot of people use this now. And no offense to people who used to pick up curbside stuff. I like to go to the grocery store because it's social.
Yeah,
that's like the instincts of what our ancestors did. We'll go out, they gathered, they hunted together, they did all these things together. So that's why I like going to the grocery. I love going to the grocery store.
Whenever I'm on that cart, I feel like I'm driving in a car, and I act the same way. I don't flip anybody off or anything like that.
Get out of my way,
please, God, please, just pick one. Pick one.
Pick a fruit.
Yeah, pick a fruit. Like
they always get to a point in the grocery store where it's like 5 carts and there's one old lady. She's getting some sugar off the top.
Yeah, everybody's being nice, but they don't want to be nice.
Yeah. I can't do the curbside pickup because I have to go to the grocery store to figure out what I'm gonna cook. Yeah, because I go there and I go through produce first. I'm like, that looks good. And then I'll go, oh man, they got some good cabbage.
I'm
gonna
like
do a
that
sausage cabbage stew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if I'm sitting there looking,
pick out the meat.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
But that's a good New Year's resolution. Just cook more at home.
Yeah,
You say you're gonna cook more.
Yeah.
You're not committing to nothing. Just gonna cook real food.
You don't have one, listeners. There you go. Just gave you one for free.
Yeah,
That's it. That was for free.
Call your moms.
Yeah, call your mom.
Go grocery shopping.
Those are good.
I like
that's
going
a
to the
wholesome.
grocery store too.
That's wholesome. Like
go to Burger King less. You know what I mean? I don't need to be eating Burger King tacos.
I'm usually in a hurry when I go in there because I meal prep for some people too. I mean, I have, you
meal prep for people?
Yeah, I probably have a half a dozen, 6 or 8 people that I
he's a
meal
fitness.
You
prep
must have a
for.
big kitchen, man.
Not really,
What's
He's
your cooler
bowled
bags?
up every Sunday.
but I mean, it takes me a few hours every Sunday.
It's like he's cooking 12 whole chickens, man.
I go to Sam's every Sunday, and then from Sam's I go straight over to HEB Plus, and then I go home and start my
Just making like chicken and broccoli and brown rice.
For the most part, I use a lot of jasmine rice, a lot of sweet potatoes, a lot of red potatoes.
Jasmine rice
squash
is the key.
Yeah.
I love jasmine rice.
It's that long,
but it's always inevitable.
Yeah.
I
Have you
spend
had
a lot
jasmine rice?
I'm sure I have.
It's pretty good. It's wonderful.
I always get the dugays. It's just
I'm in the store and I spend a lot of time on that aisle at HEB where all the bulk items are, all the health stuff is, and I spend a lot of time on that aisle. And somebody's always, I don't know if it's my appearance or what, but somebody's always coming up and asking me something when I'm on that aisle.
Like supplement questions. And
well, I mean, especially because I get the almond butter out of the machine there that you can just.
They need to put that cashew butter back. They're messing up.
I hadn't seen that there.
That's at HEB?
People see me there and they're like, what is that? But man, it's the best thing I ever made.
The best thing.
Yeah, I know. I like to. I give me a little snack every now and then from there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
What, like
I gotta
not
try
paying for it?
I gotta try it.
What do you mean?
Look, I'm not.
He's like, you remember Bertram Brothers
putting his finger in
they have the candy with the little thing you gotta
I don't
drop.
know if I'm gonna enjoy the curry cashews. So I'm just like, let me try two.
The yogurt covered pretzels, you gotta make sure they're fresh.
Espresso beans, like I don't know.
So you one of those guys too, huh, Dad?
Just skimming.
I might be.
I bet y'all pick grapes too, huh? Y'all grab grapes.
You know what? They have a whole box at HEB, like a huge crate that's full of bananas, and it's for kids. It says it right there. It says kids. It says our customers the kids can eat a free banana. Everybody, it's for everybody.
I love HEB.
Yeah, HEB don't care. They don't care if you take a grape.
I wish we had a Costco though. Like a Costco or like
I've never
Aldi's.
been to Costco.
I haven't either, but I've just heard amazing things.
It's just Sam's.
It's Sam's.
That's all it is.
One thing I like about Sam's, they don't bag your groceries up for you. What the hell is that?
Man, Sam's seems like a rip-off
don't have
now.
bags.
Like, it doesn't seem like you can get anything for a good price anymore there. Like, it's just, you just get
It's just
bulk.
more of
It's just
regular
more
stuff.
of it, for the same price, it seems.
More cereal.
It's like, I got to pay a little bit.
Then you got to prove to them that you didn't steal anything every time you leave the store.
Yeah.
They want to inspect your basket, inspect the receipt.
And you want to be like, are you a cop? Get out of my way.
I didn't come here to steal.
That's been a subject too. Do you really have to stop?
No, you don't.
I don't think you have.
You have to let them do this. What are they going to do if you don't?
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
Then you see the video of the Walmart greeter trying to chase somebody out. And they're just...
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I've just walked past some Walmart people before. When I have like one bag and I clearly just came from the self checkout, I've not stopped. And they're like, "Hey," I'm like,
I'm out. Yeah, I'm out of here.
Peace.
Yeah,
peace out.
It's one bag. I'm good. Yeah, I gotta flex your rights, man. They don't have the authority to stop you. You know what I mean? They don't. A cop doesn't even have the authority to stop you.
Who writes those rules?
You know what I mean? Like for a cop to say, like, "Let me look in your backpack," they have to get a warrant. They're literally doing what cops can't do.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? Like,
it's like, no, I bought these.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to get tased. I'm not trying to get shot. I'm just saying.
You just am I being detained? That whole thing.
Am I being detained, sir?
Am I being
detained, sir? Are you about
Stop
to search
resisting?
Me?
You can't.
No, you can't do that.
They get tasers up there. Like they're gonna have that robot from RoboCop up at Walmart before too long. You know, because they're gonna automate everything, so they gotta have the.
Oh yeah, Walmart.
He's like, please drop your weapon. I don't have a weapon. I just came from sporting goods, man.
Like, man, did you hear about Zach? He got shot. What was he doing? He was holding a banana, and the robot thought it was a gun. It was sad. It was sad. Yeah, it was really sad.
Well, man, I guess we call that the show, man.
Let's call it. Yeah.
Let's call it the show. Thank y'all for coming.
Yeah.
Good luck with what y'all are going eventually to be doing, and we'll be seeing.
Yeah, keep us informed, man. You guys need anything? You know what I mean? Let us know.
No, definitely.
We're a community. You know what I mean? We got to stick together out here.
Oh no, and that's the biggest thing. Like, we all a community. We all do stuff. We all trying to achieve the same goals.
Yeah. Any kind of thing y'all want to like? Masters of Fitness is it at Facebook.com?
EJ_Doyle is my Instagram. What's yours, Thad?
Mine's at King Thad.
At King Thad. And his Instagram is at MOF_podcast. Is our Instagram. That's easy, and on Facebook is Masters of Fitness.
Just Google it. Just search it.
Search it. Yeah, search.
Hey, like we said earlier in the episode, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah,
like I'm not even gonna name the podcast stuff. If you listen to a podcast, it's on there somewhere.
Yeah, there you go. So, and if it's not, hit these guys up and
we'll let you know exactly where it's at.
All right, man. Well, appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's fun.
All right, thanks.
We just sit and pause like naturals, and it really go whatever you're doing. Go what you're doing.
All right, I want to give a special thanks out to the guys at Masters of Fitness. We had a lot of fun on this podcast. We talked about fitness, we talked about podcasting, we talked about internet, all kinds of stuff was brought up. Great time. We'll have you back anytime you want.
Yes. And they're actually they're kicking out more shows as this is coming out. Like EJ has like set up his home office, and they're
sweet
cranking stuff out, and it's pretty great. But we want to do a special shout out to our patrons on Patreon. We got Jordan Stringer, Lance Killian, Brian Casino, Doug Waldrop, Michael Sarr, Bim McClellan, Randy Edwards. Big shout out to Randy Edwards. He's just such a sweet guy.
Such a sweet guy.
Allie Gillette, Allison Pierce, Lauren Beeboo. She's kicking ass with favor. Allie B, J. Wesley Harden, Jacqueline Escanier, Stockdale.
Yep.
Our latest patron. Thank y'all so much for helping us out, even especially in these hard times. You know, just being able to cover one bill is like we haven't fulfilled our love for you yet. We're still working on getting there.
Keep looking. I mean, it's going to happen. We have a lot of time now, as you.
We're paying it forward.
And,
but if you're interested in becoming a patron, you want to help out what we do, you like what we do in the studio, and you want to keep it going, then go on over to patreon.com/A2ZBMT.
That's right. And next up we have, in next week's episode, we're going to have Kara Egger. Actually, she just got married, so congratulations, Kara.
Congratulations.
It's, what is it now? It's Kara Egger Ray? Yeah.
Ray? Is that his last name?
Yeah, Derek Ray. Yeah, so it's Kara Egger Ray. Now, I think so. Anyway, we had a great time. We talked about tattooing, but we also just talked about life and how you go from point A to point B.
That one got a little raunchy.
And you know, talk about like when you're apprenticing and all that stuff, and it was a fun time. So come on back next week for that. I want to leave you guys with this right now. If you watched this, comment on the episode, like what you're doing to pass the time. Like, let us know what your favorite activity to do to pass the time in this in this weird sort of thing we're doing. Is that what you do? I don't think those are the appropriate gloves to put on your head. Well, hopefully you do something that's like a little bit better than Zach to pass the time, but let us know. You know, I mean, you can reach out to us on Instagram, on the phone number we mentioned. Tell them the phone number.
409-206-2971.
Or Facebook, anywhere, guys. Really, like, text us, message us, tell us what you're doing. Tell us if you've listened to an episode. If you got like a auntie who's bored and people say they want to like...
I don't have the fun gloves.
You know, whatever.
These aren't the fun gloves. Give me the fun gloves.
Here, you can have my glove.
No, I don't want your glove.
Anyway, just let us know, and we might figure out something special to do for the best comment, all right?
These are the fun gloves.
Anyway, that's it for A to Z. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next week.